Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I know it's been a minute, but we just wanted to jump on here and do a little hotel review for you. So on our most recent Disney World trip, we were able to stay at the Port Orleans Riverside Resort in Florida. And this was our first time staying at this resort, which was amazing. It has 2 queen beds and a pull-out bed, which allows for at least 3 people to stay in the room. And in our case, there was just 2 of us, so the room felt really big and nice. But even if you had a baby or a young child or an in-law staying with you, it doesn't feel cramped. I would say, like with luggage space, you could just put those under the bed, no problems. Before I do get going though into the details of this trip, I just wanted to say starting on Fridays, our channel is going to be doing something interesting. We've decided to do a Disney Frenzy Friday, where every Friday we have a Disney Frenzy together with our viewers or anyone else that wants to watch or join. And what we'll do is we'll talk all things Disney, whether that's showing you how to make a recipe at home or that's Disney related from the parks, or whether that's how to book a room, how to book tickets or a hotel package, whether that's room, resort reviews or stays that we've done, or even if it's a review of something that we've experienced in the park. A lot of you know that we've been to Tokyo Disney as well, and we're planning to go back there, as well as some other fun trips. We've also been to Paris Disney, so we'll have some videos of France for you guys, things from other parks around the world, and other trips that we've done that involves Disney and all of that. So we hope you guys follow along with us and enjoy our Disney Frenzy Fridays. I'm gonna give a brief overview of the review that we're gonna do for the resort. And if you haven't heard of it, this one is the Port Orleans Riverside, which it's kind of like a bayou theme. And the other one is like the Port Orleans, New Orleans Square type vibe. So it's like a sister resort. We haven't stayed at that one yet, but we do want to. It's on our list. This one was just one that we were more excited about. And we love that you can take the riverboat to Disney Springs. You can also take the riverboat to the other resort. So Port Orleans, it just has a really fun, relaxing vibe, and I'm excited to tell you guys a little bit about that. So now I'm just gonna jump right into it. So during our most recent Disney World trip, we were able to stay at the Port Orleans Riverside. This is a quaint, moderate resort, and it's reminiscent of Louisiana, specifically of the New Orleans Bayou. There's nothing moderate about this resort. We stayed in the Alligator Bayou section. This was reminiscent of like a southern home. There are 2 levels and there's no elevator. So if you do have ADA specific requirements, it would be good to specify that you need a first floor room. That was the thing that I noticed. I do have a little bit of mobility where I'm trying to lose weight. And so my issues was the stairs were a little bit tricky for me, but I was able to do it. It wasn't unbearable, but I probably would request a floor room if you have a hard time with stairs, or if you have a wheelchair or anything like that. Or if you just, are tired after being on your feet at the parks all day. That was the only thing I would do differently next time is book a floor room, or I would book maybe a higher tier of a room. But if you're on budget and you need a standard room, you're probably not going to have the elevator. So anyway, right when you walk into the room, you're going to immediately see that it is themed after Princess and the Frog. So Princess Tiana, you'll see a little bit of her, and you'll see definite vibes of the South, like the jazz feel. And you're also going to hear jazz music playing on the resort TV, something that just immediately helps you feel like right at home. And something that I love is that it has your name, your family's last name, on the TV. So it makes you feel even more welcome. And it's just really cool to see that they care about the little details like that. And the theming is spot on. Every detail in the room, including on the chest and the drawers next to the TV, as well as the nightstands, you'll just see that the theming is like perfect. And it also does a good job with hiding the USB plugs, so they just kind of fall right into the theme. My favorite thing about the room was a beautiful backdrop headboard. On one of the beds, it has one of the characters from Princess and the Frog, the alligator, and it just fits right in with the section that we were staying in. And so we were actually assigned to the area called Alligator Bayou. And when you guys go outside to the Alligator Bayou, you will literally feel like you are in the bayou. They have little mini water ponds around the walkways, and it's a little bit scary at nighttime if you are like immersed enough where you're like, oh, maybe there is like an alligator around here, which there very well could be, but it never felt unsafe. It does immerse you into the hotel resort area though, which is really cool. You actually feel like you're in the Alligator Bayou. So our experience was, we also had to do laundry on property. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. From where we were, we had to go on a little bit of a walk through Alligator Bayou to get to the laundry service area. And then we also wanted to make time for going to the pool, which is amazing. I would say this pool that's located on a section called Old Man Island is our favorite pool that we've ever done. It was humongous. There was so much privacy in the pool, and you didn't feel like you were close to people. They had a lot of room to spread out, and it almost felt like their little pool area felt like a mini like water park. Like they had a water slide. They have like the buckets that dump the water on you in the pool, and it's for all ages. Like it, even as an adult, you don't feel silly like playing in the pool or whatever. You feel like you can just be a kid, a big kid at Disney. So for anyone that's like, whether you're 80 or you're 8 years old, you'll enjoy staying at this resort. Another favorite thing that we did was we were able to try some of the drinks and snacks at the pool bar. And this, I'm not kidding, it was one of the coolest drinks. I don't know if it's there all year round, but it was like a green sour apple type drink. And it was amazing. It tasted like something you'd get in Magic Kingdom. But if they had that every time, man, I would get that every trip. And it wasn't expensive. I felt like the pool snacks were affordable and just something fun to have before you go to bed for the night, especially if you had a shorter stay. Ours was like just a couple nights. And so it was fun to take advantage of those snacks and the drinks where we didn't have as many nights at this resort. It was just fun to do for just a short stay. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. And the hot tub was something else that I really liked in the pool area. There was probably 8 to 10 other people in this hot tub, but it didn't feel crowded and it was nice and deep. So when you go down, you know, if you're a little self-conscious or whatever of others in the hot tub with you, there's plenty of space to like spread out. And people were very respectful. So if you're nervous at all, I wouldn't worry about that. And then there's plenty of lounge chairs. So if you just want to relax and you don't necessarily want to swim, there's plenty of space to spread out. And there's also a place near the pool bar where you can change in and out of your swim clothes. So if you don't want to, you know, take your wet swimsuit back to your room and you want to like put it in the laundry room, there's a space to change right there. So I actually did that, and then I was able to wash my swimsuit. So, you know, it was ready to go for the next day. Say you have a flight that you need to catch and you don't want to take wet suit home, that's a good way to do it. And their laundry service is very fast. I would say it took like 30 minutes total to get to the laundry and to put my stuff in there. And then another money saving hack that I have for doing laundry on property is we actually will go to the dollar store before our trips and we'll bring our own detergent, just a little packet of it for how many days we'll be at the park. So like say you need to wash your clothes once in a 1 week trip, we'll just bring a little packet of laundry detergent, and then you don't have to purchase the detergent that's there on property, because sometimes it can be kind of expensive on property to buy their detergent. So if you're wondering about that, I usually just bring one in my carry-on, and that takes care of that expense. So it can save you guys a little bit of money if you have to do laundry for multiple people, say your children or even your husband or whoever it might be. It's just a little tip that we found out after maybe our third resort stay. We were like, you know, we should bring our own laundry detergent. That would actually save us a little money. So that was great. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention was the gift shop at Riverside. This gift shop was absolutely amazing. It just was so clean and so refreshing. And we didn't have a lot of time in the morning before going to Disney Springs and catching our flight. So it was just nice. Like it was such an easy find to find everything you were looking for. It didn't feel like you were hunting for souvenirs. And the help that worked there, the customer service, was amazing. Just the sweetest people, as well as the gentleman that picks you up on your golf cart from your room, has your luggage on it, and drives you to the front. The bell service, customer service was amazing. I would say that if I had an option to choose like what I would do if I worked on a resort, I would choose to be a bell service person, because I just think it's so fun to ride on those golf carts. It feels like a ride around the resort, and it's just a cool way to see the resort, and you get to meet new people, which I always love. I think one of my favorite things about being on resort property is talking to the cast members, talking to the people that work there, getting to know their background, what brings them to Disney, you know, where did you start, what is your, you know, what's your goal with working here and everything. So that's always fun for me as a guest to get to hear those stories. But yeah, so as far as the resort and the room itself, I actually booked it through an app called Agoda. So this is something that I use for most of my trips. And on another Frenzy Friday, I will have to show you guys a how-to on how to use this booking app that I use. So it's a third party that contracts through Disney, and they give deals similar to Expedia and sites like that. But I do feel that Agoda is my favorite because I feel like they are the cheapest, or at least the cheapest deals that I've seen for Disney hotels other than booking through Disney. It can save you a little bit of money there. And I want to say that I got this room for a standard queen room with the 2 beds and the pull-out bed in a Tiana themed room. That was like brand new, you guys. I would say it was like $200 a night. So as soon as you can snag those amounts, that's when you know that you've got a good deal with Disney. Yeah, so as far as the bathroom, I just wanted to touch on that. There is not like an actual door with this room. So if you are staying with people that you're not related to, there's not a door that separates the sink and the bedroom. There's a curtain, but then there's a door that separates the bathroom and tub shower area. So there's privacy there. But if you're looking for something that separates the room from the sink area, there's a curtain that shows Princess Tiana and it's beautiful, but it's more like a drape type style. So just be aware of that. If you are staying with other people that you don't know and you need a little more privacy, then you might want a different type of room. But this standard room was great for my husband and I. Obviously, we are married and live together, so it felt completely comfortable. But say you're staying with an in-law or someone that you don't usually stay with, or a sibling, or you just want a little more privacy, I would maybe ask if there's any room that has a door separating your bedroom area from the sink area if you need that, or if you're concerned about anything like that. But yeah, that's the only thing I would recommend that they could maybe work on, is maybe put in a barn door, and they could maybe put the Princess Tiana curtain in the shower instead of just having the curtain separating the bedroom and the bathroom, because it did feel a little bit of a less value. But as far as the look and the theming, it was amazing. I wouldn't change anything. Another thing that I did want to make mention of is outside at nighttime, depending on the time of year, there are a lot of lizards that crawl around. And so you might see some lizards on the walls of your porch of your room or on the ceiling. And if you do have any issues with bugs or lizards, you can always call the front desk and they can move your room for you if it's bad enough. So just be aware of that. As you know, if there ever is anything unexpected or something happens in the room, you can always call the front desk and they're great to come and switch rooms if you ever need to. But I had no problem with the bugs or lizards. It was just more of something I noticed that I hadn't seen at other resorts as much. I think Riverside has more of the bayou type theming outside, so you're gonna have more trees, more wildlife, things like that. So if you're looking for less of that, then you might want to look at something like the Poly or Animal Kingdom Lodge, where it's an interior hotel room. The Riverside is an outdoor motel hotel type style, and that's something that I don't mind. I like that style, so I just wanted to be transparent and let everyone know what to expect when they get there. I feel like not enough people talk about the little details, so that's why we're here to help, is to talk about the details, to be real with you guys, and to shed light on anything so that there's no surprises for you guys when you guys arrive. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to reach out. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this and been able to see the photos of the room, as well as take something away from this video that can help you determine if this is something that you guys would book for your next Disney World resort. Stay tuned for more videos from the Disney duo. We will be posting more soon from parks that we've been to, things that we've done, places we've seen, things we've tasted, all the things. So follow along for more content, and we will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.